Welcome. There is magic in my truth. There is truth in my veins. Where my blood speaks and soothe, and my mind has no reins. I call upon my muse to powerfully clear any situation, to rebuild stories, dreams, and souls, shifting things into perfect realignment, breaking free from the monotony of the everyday, saying yes to my heart before the flower opens, confidence, my will, and my inner warrior, with a fixed gaze and a sure footing. Goddess of tarot, encompass all that is warm, creative with strength, and gentle compassion that loves without binding. Energy around me, my ideas and outlook expand, and creativity seems endless. I can instinctively and intuitively plan my trajectory with a sense of adventure. I have a gift for trusting my first instincts. I will find my way. Generous and loving spirit, I am connected. Intuition guide me as I step into this cosmic ocean of profound love, creativity, instincts, and emotional vulnerability, and ask you, Spirit, to nurture and care for our well being, for myself, and for those around us. And so it is. Today's muse is karma, and today we're doing an ink blot. Karma. I'm really interested to see where this goes because it really feels like karma is like a trajectory and like a heartbeat of sorts. Things that we carry with us. Purple. And we will get into the ink blot of karma. Closing down the eyes and opening the third eye. Receive and perceive what is karma has for you. Feels like I see in the middle here. Let me get. Oh, I want to use this guy. He's gonna be joining us. So right here, it I see these bubbles and flowing. Right, there's this fluidity moving inward, and it's like karma is being stored within the center here. But it feels like transformation in that this feels like a moth or a butterfly, and it's opening its wings and spreading its wings. I'm being drawn to these two skulls right here. It kind of feels like Rugrats. Oh, you can't even see that. My bad. There you go. Oh, I want to move this up so you can see it a little bit. Blowing too much. Ah, no. Dang it. Okay. Well, real life, real life. Okay. Karma. Karma has wiped out a reflection of the self. It feels like there's like a pipe right here, these two places. I'm also seeing this dragon right here coming out of this crown. So in the matters of karma, it also kind of looks like a dragonfly. It's like karma can fly. Karma is movement, depending on how you look at it and how you're using it. Karma can be uplifting. Karma can be the phoenix rising and you using it as movement. What does your angels and ancestors have to say about this karma? Using this deck. On the bottom of the deck is track down your fears and desires. I just heard maybe you're receiving some karma because this masculine energy I feel like is got wiped out, and now there's this karma that is in your subconscious and not necessarily on the forefront where it's taking action, but it needs to be received. Karma. What do the angels and ancestors have to say about karma? It feels like there's like disease or particles. In a lot of my readings, sports comes up, and it feels like in here it's like a ice hockey stick, and so maybe you're playing sports, and there's some karma coming in from that. And I see these little hearts right here, and these entities, the karma giants, walking over something, a bridge, and there are, like in my last Inkblot reading, there's these gatekeepers and your guides of dragons protecting you and guiding you. Okay. Mirror guardian, take time to reflect. Okay. That's why I like how this is just like reflecting into the aspect of the Inkblot and how we close it up, and there's that mirror effect I was saying with these skulls, and it's time to reflect on yourself and your actions. Dream and journey. These up here. You see those? Mirror guardian, drum, dreams and journey. There's a lot going on here. I really like how this here is similar to the Mirror and Guardian card here, and how it looks like I'm seeing this the universe, but it's space, and it's like I just heard there's space to improve on things that we do and the actions that we take, but there's also the Akashic records, and it holds the legend of our karma. And this here too feels like the wheel or your birth chart. That's kind of what it is looking like. And there's like maybe there's information in there on how you can deal with the karma that's in your life. And it's like these arrows are going up and down, and it feels like um you can pull it and change you can change it. Like it's just it's a wheel, but you are capable, and you have the hands and energy, and you can take action on how it is being affected in your life. It's like a dial, or like a grandfather clock, and there's you have to change it to the certain time. That's just what I'm seeing. I don't know. It could be generational karma, ancestral karma. And the drum, it's like it's rhythmic. Maybe there's a cycle that you're stuck in with this karma, but there are codes that you can tap into to release it. Like on her dress here, and on here, there's lots of different codes I'm seeing. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. So the more you're rooted and grounded in the Earth spirit, Earth is going to protect you from this karma. With this green here, and going down into here, like a cloak, and like with the dragonfly spirit, that's really I feel like the whole um picture here, or the theme, I guess, of the karma is that oh, it's your ship and it's your plane that can take you anywhere, depending on where you are in your life and where you're wanting to land. On the bottom here, it says, Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. So again, there's these that action of changing and the times, and trusting your talents moving forward and not letting karma or that factor hold you back. It's like there's this boulder here, like in Mario Kart, not Mario Kart. Super Mario. Now you have to jump over one guardian, and you have to jump this one, and then you have to have the next guard that you have to master. And it feels like there's evolution, because I'm seeing this as like a meteor and like wiping out the dinosaurs. So there's something that is being wiped out in your Akashic records there. I see right here, right here, there is like a Pegasus flying through the air. And it's very freeing. It's escaping whatever is being held in this part. And so maybe there's a sense of you wondering what happens if I clear my Akashic records. Well, there it is. You're Pegasus. You're flying free. And this karma, it feels like there's like monsters, or I don't want to say demons, but there's these entities that are weighing you down and holding you down, because at the top here shouldn't be your roots. They should be down here. So there's something, again, with ancestors or your own personal records that is needing your attention so that you're able to freely move. And again, there's this reflection of as above, so below. Here, here, and here, and here. Here, 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 here. Okay. I really like this coloring right here, and the dimension that it has, and the the softness, because this is so dark, right? There seems to be a lot of faces or energy here and on this side too in your karmic aura space. So there's a need for an energetic clearing. Again, I'm seeing another face here. So maybe there's a lot of cords that you need to cut, because there are these energies that are affecting your karma and that have been repeating those cycles over and over again. So releasing that might help. I see here there is a stingray like in your heart. Maybe there's a karma that has like really stung you, and it has changed the way your heart beats for yourself and for others, and it wants to be free in this space, but it's being tied down by, again, that sports and that action that you have played a part in, and we're part of a team. I'm seeing reindeer. There's a lot of animals in this, so there's a need for you to look into your animal guides. Yeah, a reindeer right here and here. Is it in your pants? Alrighty. I feel like I went to tarot. We're going in with the Astera tarot. Um, I was just looking inside of this angel and ancestors um box. It says, I set I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lesson is learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. Maybe you need to just state that you have, or there's a need to learn your lessons from the karma that you have endured, or the karma that you have processed or done, and gain that perspective on it and using it as a tool. I have this here as my tool, karma is my tool. I have ink as my tool to investigate what it is that karma is needing from you, myself. And it feels like there's, again, with the skull, there's something that is like buried within, and it has decayed, but you're not seeing it in the right light. Something I'm being reflected back onto in my own life is um because I'm seeing so many faces in this, it is very much a gift and a talent and an ability to see this. So if you're seeing it, investigate that. Don't let it hold you back, but set your boundaries and understand why you're seeing those faces in your energy, and do not be scared of it, but ask questions and stay rooted and grounded so that you're able to reflect on what it is that they're trying to show you. Okay. The Magician. I see in this magician, um, her hands, I just see them like juggling something. And again with the drums and uplifting and shifting gears. And it's like a maze, this karma and your birth chart and the Akashic records. And you are the magician of your own life, and you're able to move the pieces around, the bricks and the pieces that are in your way. And so you're able to flow through all these little pieces, again flowing through here, going straight forward, but you're missing everything else that's around you because you're focused on a direct path. But with the snail here, there's a need to go slow and go inward and not just full bore ahead. Because look at the scenery, look at the universe, and where you are in it. There's so much more than just the destination, it's the journey that goes along with it. Ooh. Page. Page of Swords. So there's a Page of Swords here. They're very similar in colors, red, beigey color. The Page of Sword is like you've gone through the cycle again. It's just reconfirming this. You're going through the cycle again, and you're having new eyes on it, and it's like you're not really focused. Like you are focused, but there's this sense of using different senses this time, going through this stage of your karmic cycle, and you have this little guy here, this guide that is willing to jump hurdles for you, but your mind needs to be sharp so that you're able to cut something out of your own way because it is connected to your mind. So there's a need to, I want to say dive deep, but that doesn't really seem like it is, but it just seems like you need to go again back to this skull. I heard crystal skull. Maybe there's a crystal that can help you. Um, Dive deep into your subconscious because it is connected to this, all of this, right? And it's a sense of wonder in your heart of what ifs, what could be. Nine of Swords. A karmic cycle of fear. Fear of the underworld. Fear of your own path and where it's going to lead you. The fear of your mind and the path that it has taken you on before. So I want to read this one. It says Nine of Swords, anxiety, guilt, depression. Whoa, hello. Inner torment. A panther retreats into the tree, hounded by a mob with shining blades. The Nine of Swords represents the darker moments that come at night, when we are so troubled by sadness or anxiety that sleep seems impossible. The mob's blades symbolize these troubling thoughts. So in your subconscious, maybe there's a sense of your dreams trying to show you um, a karmic cycle that you're going through, and to be aware of that. And it feels like it's also connected to past lives, and it's troubling you, and it's forming a cage within the mind. Often it is possible, even necessary, to push these thoughts aside during the day, but at night they seem to multiply and circle endlessly. So that's where it comes into being grounded. Every morning, ground yourself so that this karmic cycle can flush out of you and flow through you, and you're not having all these hurdles every single day, but you're able to slowly, day by day, move these pieces, and you're in control of that. This card reminds us that pain is felt keenly in the dark, but some decisions should be slept on, for everything is clearer in the morning. So I really like how this in reversed, if it resonates with you. When the Nine of Swords is drawn reversed, it can cut at least two ways. On the one hand, it may describe a person who has reached the end of their rope and fallen deep into self pity and despair. And maybe that's where you're at. On the other hand, it can also signify a glimmer of hope at the end of a very dark period. Recovery takes a lot of care, effort, willpower, and time. So karma takes time. Karma, I feel like, in a sense, is time. Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins. Feels like you're hoarding onto something and not ready to let it go, but there's a need to let it go if you want to move on and connect on a deeper level with yourself or with family, and not worry about the material. Seven is also a very spiritual number, and this card just kind of flipped off of the deck here, the Ten of Swords, and that is reminding me of like surrendering to what is, and not to be afraid of what may lie ahead with karma. And because if you know in your heart, deep down within yourself, that you mean no harm, you're going to be able to get through whatever it is that you're going through. Because look at your heart in this green is so big, and it's guiding you forward through this. No matter how dark the days get, no matter how hard life gets, how many times you've been hurt or broken or shattered or belittled or whatever it may be, your heart is still leading you forward, and you're able to protect yourself because you're doing the work. I'm going to lead it on that, end it on that. Thank you for watching, and thank you for letting karma be our muse. Thank you, thank you, thank you.